Good morning, y'all. It is day one here in Yangon. Just woke up in my hotel room, which is ridiculously overpriced, but it does come complete with pre-approved urban adventures and condoms. All the essentials for a successful trip in Yangon. Just kidding, I don't need any of those. Love you, babe. Yeah, the bus ride here yesterday was absolutely epic. So you can see I had my own video screen that had all this free music and dozens of movies on there. It had all the legroom in the world tilted all the way back. It was like a first class seat on the best airline in the world. And they even had a bus attendant, I guess you would call it. So she's dressed all professional, walking around serving food, drinks. It was the greatest thing in the world. So just to tell you how I got hooked up with that, when I bought my bus ticket in Mandalay, I bought the cheap peasant class ticket like I always do, and they replied back oh, I'm so sorry that bus isn't running today, but we do have the super nice VIP bus. And I've been around Southeast Asia long enough where I know that upsell scheme pretty well, but I didn't really want to look around for another bus, so it was $11 more, so I was like, yeah, whatever. I get there in the morning and it turns out I did see the broken regular bus, so they were telling the truth. They only had the VIP bus, but it was the best $11 I ever spent. I didn't want to get off. I almost just wanted to ride back up to Mandalay and stay on the bus for the rest of my time in Myanmar. But yeah, everyone here has been super friendly, super helpful. When I arrived into Yangon, they literally ran down the road and flagged down the local bus for me to get all the way into town. So successful journey all the way around. So I'm about to go get breakfast, get out of this super expensive hotel room, go find a hostel, and go see what Yangon's about. Alright, got everything all sorted, checked into the new hostel, which is infinitely better than the old overpriced hotel I was staying at. And I'm making my way to a place called New Zero Art Space, which I don't know if it's a gallery or an artist collective or whatever, but hopefully they have coffee there, because if they don't, I really challenge their credibility as artists. But yeah, I always try to find something different like that to do in the cities, as opposed to the obligatory must-see sites. Another cool one to check out is 798 Art Space in Beijing. But yeah, after I hit this up, there's a supposedly abandoned amusement park, which I'm a sucker for all things creepy and morbid, so I want to check that out. And then go to some park, Kawaangali or something to that effect. And then tonight hit up the 19th Street in Chinatown, which is supposed to be the hit night spot. So the art space was pretty interesting. You just kind of walk right in and there's some pieces hanging on the wall. There's a little area to paint or do whatever you're doing. So it's just kind of like a space for artists to share their work or whatever. There was a dude sleeping on the floor in there, so I was really quiet and just took a quick look and then made my way out of there. Alright, the abandoned amusement park is pretty well locked down. I found one little busted window that I could have climbed in, but I was catching a lot of stairs as I was walking by, so it didn't really seem like the thing to be doing. But anyways, it's called Game City, and there's a picture of Sonic the Hedgehog on the outside, but by the looks of it, the game is long over. I'm walking through Kandagli Lake, which has a nice, beautiful green park around it, even a little hot air balloon deal, and these wooden pedestrian bridges, which are pretty interesting because all the planks are missing or damaged in some ways, and that's just kind of the theme of everything from the architecture to the cars to everything around here in Myanmar. It's just kind of like the land time forgot. having flashbacks of Central Park in San Mateo, where we used to get drunk and try to ride the giraffe statue. So now I'm at the Shwedagon Pagoda, which is like the #1 must-see thing in Yangon. And it's just a huge complex with tons of pagodas and Buddha images. I even saw Buddha's footprint, which was kind of different from the normal assortment of statues and such, so that was pretty cool. I forgot to wear long pants again, so, you know, rocking this one, which truthfully I really like wearing these anyways. Genius invention. I think I might try to take this one home. So I just left the Shwedagon Pagoda after the afternoon monsoon rolled in, and I ducked into the nearest Buddha temple there, as did everyone else, to wait out the storm. And I met this really hip cat named Uncle Kang, and he just came and sat with me, chatted it up. He's a 70-year-old dude with like a top-knot man bun, like a Fu Manchu mustache, just putting out the vibes, like real hip OG, salt of the earth type of dude. So you'll notice there's like a layer of funk growing over everything in Yangon, and all the colonial era buildings in the main downtown all look like they could use a really good scrubbing for the last 50 years. But that's kind of more evidence of what happened when the military had power. That wasn't really a top priority, but I think it's kind of endearing, gives the city a little more charm, unlike some of those super sterile, clean cities. So yeah, it's got an interesting vibe. So I just cruised by 19th Street, which is supposed to be the hip night market spot. Wasn't really much going on, and someone told me they moved it all down to the riverfront, so that's where I'm heading now. spent the morning riding the rails in Yangon, and it's supposed to be like a circular railway that goes all the way around, but it didn't go all the way around. So now I'm in the middle of nowhere, and I'm gonna do what any reasonable person would do when they're lost and go find some food. Alright, the train mission was a success. Made it back to Yangon, and since this is a former British colony, it's tea time, which always involves cake. So Rangoon Tea House was excellent. Highly recommend the chai cheesecake and the traditional Burmese tea. There's like 20 different ways you can order it. It wasn't quite what I expected, as in it's like a modern type cafe. I was expecting some old, small, cramped room with shifty looking seditionary dudes talking about revolution and stuff, but it was still very cool. So when in Yangon, Rangoon Tea House. So you just saw there the Independence Monument and the Suli Pagoda, and all those converted colonial buildings are a lot of the Myanmar government buildings currently. And now I'm at the, I don't know the name of the market, but the main like tourist market in town. A lot of textiles, knickknacks, whatever shit. But the main thing here is jade. So Myanmar is very rich in jade, and there's a lot of stuff that goes along with the jade mining and trade, which I won't comment on until I get out of the country. Can somebody please tell me what Galaxy Star is? I have a feeling it's like the Myanmar American Idol. Comment down below if you know what it is. I feel like Justin Bieber's here or something. So it just came from Mass at St. Mary's Church there. It said it was going to be in English. Definitely not. It was Burmese. So I'm at Yangon International Airport, about to leave Myanmar. Today was my last day here, and just kind of a lazy day. It was raining all day, so really nothing to do. But got nothing but wonderful things to say about Myanmar and the Burmese people. Everyone is very happy, helpful, hospitable, friendly, funny. It's a great value still in this country, so I hope this place keeps its soul when the Starbucks and H&M and mass tourism and all that comes in, which it inevitably will. As for me, I am off to Manila and then Cagayan de Oro, but first I have a long night of airport camping in Kuala Lumpur, but it's okay because they have a massage place and a shopping mall and all kinds of great vegetarian food, so I'm gonna be alright. So I'll catch up with y'all in the Philippines. Peace.